Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going through the draw, another draw, the third draw of the year, and Essendon, I don't know how they feel, to be honest with you. Yes, it gets Collingwood off the same points total as them, but it also gets Fremantle onto the same points total, who are only, I believe, a win behind. Obviously they can go 2 wins behind if Essendon win, but we're getting to a point now where, where are they? Essendon are on Freo are on 26, Collingwood 28, Essendon 30. And then you've also got Brisbane on 18, but they can close again on Sunday after Essendon probably go out to what would that be, a four win gap on them. They can close it back to the 3 that it was before at the start of the round. So Brisbane are just holding firm there, and if Essendon lose a couple, then I could see Brisbane and potentially even Fremantle overcoming them, especially because Freo have Melbourne next week. I thought it was North Melbourne. It's kind of hard to tell with the Indigenous names, but anyway. Before we move into this video, as I just try and get ads off, before we move into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So, the major thing it did in this recap basically is didn't have Luke Ryan in fantasy and didn't have Joe Richards in Supercoach, and then thirdly, didn't VC Nick Dacos or Luke Ryan in either. So this game was kind of crazy in the sense where both teams had, I think, leads of about 10 points at one stage. I think even Collingwood had a lead of 20 points. We also had that dubious free kick, which, as per the rules, was probably there, but would I pay it? Probably not. Collingwood at one point had a lead of 26 points and somehow lost it. And at one point there, Freo had a lead of, I would say, about 15 or 16 points, and that lead evaporated in about 6 minutes. So both teams gave up pretty big runs of 4 goals, I think, 4 goals straight. Is it? Or did they kick 3 goals there? 2, 3. Yeah, it was, I think, Freo gave away 2 runs of 3 goals in a row, and I think another run of 2 goals in a row, and then a couple of singles as well. Whereas I think Collingwood gave away a run of 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, and then also another 3-goal run there as well. And then a couple of, and then a 2 and a 1, I believe, were the way that Fremantle scored their goals in runs. But yeah, Luke Ryan, 144. I thought he doesn't have any impact on the game. So it's like he gets these Supercoach points, and it's so good that he gets Supercoach points, but it's like, and fantasy points, but he really has a negligible impact on the game. It's all just inside his defensive 50, and he also turned the ball. I swear he conceded 2 goals straight from his kicks, basically. He had 4 clangers, which probably tells you something, and I wouldn't be surprised if I go onto his player profile and see that he had something like 5 or 6 turnovers. Where are his turnovers? 4 turnovers. So it was only 4 turnovers, 4 clangers, but his clangers are directly, his turnovers are clangers, and they're not even contested smashes down the line. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm surprised he didn't have more turnovers, to be honest. Only 5 intercept possessions. 2 score involvements probably shows you a lot, considering that we have a lot of other defenders going at Nick Blakey and some of the Swans guys. They get huge amounts of score involvements, I just don't know the value of Luke Ryan and also Jordan Clark to a certain extent. Jordan Clark had 6 turnovers, 4 clangers, 2 score involvements, so they both only had 2 score involvements, which I think just is a testament to that they're not actually getting the ball down into the inside 50. It's just all to basically the upper wing area, and that's just not. It's just easily turnoverable and basically slingshot. Clark, Brayshaw, Sharp was really poor by foot, but then he did kick 1 goal too and got 105 fantasy points, so pretty happy that I still have him in the side. Caleb Sarong still ended up on a 101 through 11 tackles. He just decided to tackle everything he saw, but he was pretty poor. Hayden Young, a 94 for the poor start that he had to get a 94 was pretty decent. Heath Chapman, Sean Darcy, I thought was pretty... he was all right, but he's not really that impactful, and it just takes away the impact that Luke Jackson can have, and that really does mean that they don't have, especially when Luke Jackson has to ruck. They have no one in the forward line. Like, they have no one in the forward line that is pretty much good enough. I mean, they have Amos there, but he was having an off night. And when Amos has an off night, they basically have no one. So yeah, they just, Freo look a little bit, their forward line just looks a little bit of a mess, to be honest, at the moment. Brendan Walker, 82, O'Meara, 82, Banfield, 81, Aish, 77. Pearce kicked a really good goal, 73, with about, let's say, 2 minutes left or so, or a minute 30 left, something like that. I think it was a minute 50. And so, yeah, that was a really cool, calm and collected goal to get them within a point. Matthew Johnson, 71. I think he needs to be used more. He's a really good... I think he's just a really good ball user. So for him to get 20 touches, 4 and 4, 7 contested possessions, 3 clearances. I just want to see what his sort of ball use is, because I could be completely wrong about Matt Johnson here. So I just want to see his season average here. Season average, where is his? More stats here. Let's go. Ball disposal efficiency, 78%. That's rated elite for his position, so I'm going to take that. Switkowski, 69. Luke Jackson, 67. Got into it in the first quarter, but basically just didn't kick a goal or anything that really hampered him having a massive impact. Tackled his way to a 67, but just a poor game for him. And yes, it was mostly due to the double ruck from Cox and also Darcy Cameron. And he just got destroyed in the ruck in the second half, which was annoying because Darcy Cameron was soloing and Billy Frampton had to do some ruck work. And somehow still Luke Jackson and, also to a certain extent, Sean Darcy got hammered in the ruck, and they're considered the best chop-out duo. So, yeah, it just shows that I think, at least to me, that if you pay up for your rucks, you're going to be damaged in other areas. And one of the areas they massively got damaged in was the fact that they didn't really have a key forward tonight or last night. Tom Emmett, Josh Tracy, Fife was pathetic. He's cooked now, honestly. As the deeper we get into the season, he just looked more and more out of it. Draper subbed out, Walter Wagner and Amos 15 for 94% time on ground, pretty poor. Then we go over to Nick Dacos, much better, 10 clearances, 19 contested possessions, a lot more efficient by foot. And that's the reason why he got a 130 on the dot. Darcy Cameron, I thought, was absolutely huge, including the last quarter. I think he had a 50-point last quarter, to be honest. 45-point last quarter for him, 7 disposals, 2 marks, 1 tackle, 15 hitouts. Whereas then Sean Darcy had 13 hitouts, Luke Jackson had 3, and Billy Frampton had 2. So even when they had Mason Cox off, they still lost the hitouts. And they actually, they lost the hitouts, I think, in every single quarter, which pretty much is a testament. They either drew or lost the hitouts in every quarter, even when Cox was off. So I think that just shows you what went wrong in the game for them. Darcy Cameron, I think if it is revealed that Mason Cox has an injury, I think Darcy Cameron now shoots into contention as a possible option, even though he is only a ruck. It'll be interesting, but I think that, especially in Supercoach terms, just due to his intercept marking, I think he could become an option. Crisp, 105, he had a horrific first quarter, but 98 in the subsequent 3 quarters was huge. 5 marks, 10 tackles, just getting those non-disposal points. 18 touches for a 105 is huge. Josh Dacos, 101. Joe Richardson, 94. He just kept on getting, when anything was at a crucial moment, he was there and getting a lot of non-disposal points. He ended up with -2, 4, 16, 37 non-disposal points, and he also chipped in with 22 touches. I didn't think he had that side of him, so I just got that role completely wrong, and I'll probably be having to jump on him in Supercoach next week at like 200k. I'll be checking the projections that people produce in the next sort of couple of days, but we'll see about that. Harvey Harrison 88, Lipinski 87. Harrison, I think, is a really good player. 9 tackles as well and 3 goals. So he got, 56 of his 88 in non-disposal points. Huge percentage. Lipinski, 87, as we said. Noble, 85. Lockie Schultz, 77. Impactful game for him, but not efficient. Maynard Hill, Pendlebury, again, a little bit of a down game, but we've seen that he has 1 down game, 2 up games, so he's just a quality player. Myercheck out with another hamstring soreness, potential re-injury of that injury that he had. Quaynor 60, Sidebottom 59, Sullivan 59, but an 88 here is absolutely huge, and he'll go up massively in cash in Supercoach. McCreary 56, Darcy Moore, Charlie Dean, another one that came back in. He looked all right, but he's just a key defender, so he's not going to do much. Billy Frampton, Cox, Parker came on. 26 and 30, but I doubt he plays, given that they're going to get players back soon, and he's probably the first one on the list that goes. And then Ed Allen, a 25-26. He had to play key forward at one point just because of his height, as they literally had no key forwards with Myercheck and also Mason Cox going down. Looking at the list here, they just had no key forwards. Like, Joe Richards is a key forward, like, that's what we're saying, basically. Or Billy Frampton had to go down there and play key forward. They just scrambled hard, and I don't even know if a draw is the right result at the end of it, because Freo kicked accurately. Collingwood probably should have won, but I guess you say poor kicking is poor footy, so everything it's just sort of a dull game, ending to the game, to be honest, and people will say, oh, don't you want the sort of over extra time or whatever, but I'm more of a fan of just the result is what it is, and it creates so much mayhem with the table now that you're looking at Essendon need to get to, the teams that are on a draw need 13 wins potentially, or 12 and a good percentage. It's probably looking more like 13. So there's almost a mini battle between the 4 of them there. And Essendon are on top at the moment, but the Essendon fixture, I'm pretty sure, turns pretty quickly. Let me just check that fixture. Here we go. I just want to check the fixture here. So they got Richmond, Gold Coast will be a tough game, Carlton will be a tough game, and West Coast could be a tough game after the bye. Then they've got Geelong, Collingwood, Melbourne, Adelaide, St Kilda, Fremantle, Gold Coast, Sydney, Brisbane. So yeah, they basically need to be, I would suspect that, what are they on now? 7 wins, so 8. I just find it tough for them to win games. They've got 1, 2, they've probably got 2, 3, 4, 5. I could see them getting to 12 wins, but I could also see them getting 10 wins. So we'll see. It's just going to be a massive battle, and I think Essendon will. They may have to win one or two of their tough games to end the year, but they're going all right at the moment. But anyway, that is pretty much the video, and I guess I'll see you for tomorrow for the recaps of all of the Saturday games, in which we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 games on Saturday. So yeah, I'll see you guys back here for the Saturday reviews on Sunday. Bye guys.